Hello, it's Megan. So I just finished doing a little meditation where I was asking my higher self, or I was asking Source to let me know what I'm not seeing. And the image that showed up for me was, first of all, I could see myself there, and then I could see the spinning Merkaba around myself, and then I was able to see the spinning three-dimensional pyramids of the Merkaba spinning around. And it made me come to the realization that I was only seeing the one-dimensional aspect of the Merkaba, and I was seeing it sort of as that, that typical Star of David look, as two triangles, but I didn't really think of it as two pyramids. And I've been contemplating the Merkaba a lot lately, so it was interesting that it would come up right now in this little meditation, and it reminded me to see things from more dimensions than just one. So to understand, the multi-dimensionality of the holographic world, and how it's not just as it seems. And I guess it goes back to me to thinking about still buying into parts of the collective, especially when it comes to sort of authority figures and what they might say. Particularly regarding health. So realizing that just because somebody says one thing, that there's so much more than that, and that's just one facet, and doesn't even necessarily mean that it's true, or that you have to believe it. And so it reminded me sort of inner child things, where it's like you want to believe, or you're taught to believe, what somebody says, like say a doctor, or say, a teacher, or, somebody who's said to know more than you, but really to trust in what you feel and what you know, and to know that that is the truth for you. And it reminds me, I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she was saying how she went to the doctor, and she was saying she felt like she had hormonal imbalances because every time before her moon, she would be getting very serious pains and mood swings, and also at the time of ovulation. And she was saying that the doctor was basically saying, okay, well, like, let's up your pain meds, like let's up your, the Tylenol or whatever that you take then. And it was sort of like she started to realize, like, wait, like the options that you're giving me are just sort of like band-aids. Like there was no real option to go deeper. And so I think that more and more of us are waking up to that sort of disenfranchisement of the Western medical system, and starting to realize its limitations, and to realize, like, no, like that's not true for me, and that's not what I want to buy into. Like we have the choice of what we think about and what we believe, and if we believe so much what other people say, even if it doesn't resonate and feel strongly with us, especially if it feels scary, then we know we're going the wrong way. Because the truth doesn't feel scary, the truth sets you free. So the truth might feel uncomfortable at first, because you might realize that you have to make a lot of changes, whether that's in your diets, your relationships, your job. It can feel scary, but it doesn't feel like that very, very wrong feeling that you get when something is, it's almost like it's there to frighten you. And I think that it is. I think it's there to frighten you to wake up. At least that's been my experience. So in reality, I guess Western medicine, is a blessing in that way. And I'm not trying to totally just diss Western medicine, for emergency situations. It's absolutely great, and we need it. And, like antibiotics do save people's lives, surgeries to take out bullets and stuff like that. It saves people's lives. But I'm saying more for like things like, like your feminine cycles, things like, chronic conditions that people might, be dealing with, like those things. It's like when something sticks around we have to start realizing that it's within us to heal and to be a witness to, and to to be with and to learn from, and to come out the other side with patience, and to see the wisdom that we're gaining as a part of this situation and this experience, and the compassion that it's giving us to be of service as well. So so I think it's showing us where we give our power away, and it's showing us how to bring our power back into ourselves. And so I think the Merkaba was really showing me that life is constantly in motion, but yet it's peaceful. Like, it's like a peaceful motion without trying. It's like one of those things, I don't know what you call those, but they just keep going forever. You know, it's like one of those things where you don't have to keep hitting the little, it's like, you know, you take the little bead, and then it goes ding, and then it goes ding, 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 and like it just keeps going forever. Like, the Merkaba reminded me that life is like that, and existence is like that, where it keeps going forever, and you don't have to try. You don't have to keep lifting up the bead and then dropping it and then going to the other side and then lifting it and dropping it. Like, it's perpetual motion. I think that's what they call that thing. So life is perpetual motion, and the Merkaba was really showing me that today, and it was just really reminding me to take my power back, to not see just one side of that that triangle, and to really see that it is like ding, ding, ding. You know, it's just it's keeping going, and just to breathe and to do all those things to stay grounded, and inspire yourself with, you know, videos and, you know, books, especially if you're feeling challenged with sort of like a health condition or something like that you're healing, and you're feeling sort of the crazy energies that are around right now. Check out Joe Dispenza's work if you haven't already, and Dr. David Hawkins' work as well. I would recommend both of those. Without a doubt. There's tons more. Go with whatever you feel like. So I just thought that I would make this video today, because I was feeling inspired by my little meditation. And I think that the more we get our voices out and heard, the more awesome it is, because, like my friend St. Grace was saying today in her video, in her description, she was saying that we're all puzzle pieces, and when we all share our pieces of the puzzle, it all comes together as like a beautiful picture. So things start making sense. So thank you for letting me share. I really appreciate it. And this is Megan Kennedy, Megan of the Light. And hope to talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.